So I haven't had time to work on my game lately, but focusing on superfluous details is a great way to procrastinate. I just saw this great video by Masahiru Sakurai of Nintendo. He talks about how you don't want to have your camera centered on the player at all times. One particular example he gave was Super Mario Bros. 64, where the camera is pointed at Mario, but whenever Mario jumps, the camera does not follow his Y position. You can see that he jumps and the camera stays pointed towards the ground relatively. The idea here is when the character moves relative to the camera, the player can really see what's happening. It's a greater visual indication of movement. Well, let's see what my game does. And my character's moving a little bit relative to the camera, but not very much at all. My game uses a plugin called Cinemachine, which is a plugin provided by Unity. It's supposed to be a professional quality camera controller, but to be professional, you still have to tell it what you want it to do. So if we don't want the camera to follow our player so closely in the vertical direction, there's only a few settings we need to change. So on this camera motor, we have 3 different rigs depending on the angle. There are 2 sections that we need to dampen the movement of. First is the body, which is how much the camera moves, and then the aim, which is how much the camera rotates. Right now the body Y-axis damping is set to 1, which is a pretty low number, so it's not going to slow down the camera. The aim vertical damping is set to 0, so it's going to adjust the aim instantly to match the player no matter what. So I'm going to adjust both of these settings and set them to a much higher number. That's going to slow the camera down in the vertical direction. So now let's see what happens. Yeah, so you can see it looks much different than it did before. Now we have a lot of movement relative to the camera. Does it look better? I guess so. But I'm really seeing how high the character is jumping. I didn't really notice how high that is. And these camera settings may need some further adjusting, but today we've shaved another centimeter off our 1,000-mile journey. There you go.